Hi everybody and welcome to the final part, finally, of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So, last time out we defeated the first form of Ganondorf, got through the first phase, and now the tower is collapsing, so we need to rush and get the fuck out of here as fast as we can. This section is kind of annoying. Yeah, let's just... Yeah, I was being a bit stupid here. I was kind of like, why am I going for stuff? So yeah, basically what you need to do is you need to go to Zelda. You need to lock... You don't need to lock on, but you need to be close to her, I think. And then she will basically use her magic powers to open up the gate for you so that you can continue on. So yeah, you just basically have to stay close to her. She'll get through pretty comfortably. Bitch, can you... you can walk on air. What the fuck's going on? Anyway, so yeah, you have to go through multiple parts of these and head through here. And boom. Yeah, so we have to keep going. And then, yeah, so basically you have to stick with it. You can't just run on ahead and she'll catch up to you. You have to basically stay close to her so that she will basically walk towards the next area. Now this section, this is the area where it's a bit of a pain. Yep, she gets caught in a fire trap. And so, yeah, you have to defeat... I think it's one of these dudes. No, there's two of them. So, yeah, you have to defeat these really quickly. So, yeah. You have to deal with these guys pretty sharpish. And, of course, this means you'll be low on health when it comes time to face off against Ganondorf's second form, which is bullshit. But, hey, you've got to get on with it. Hopefully you've saved yourself at least one fairy, so... Oh, she does give you some healing, so that's kind of nice. There we go. Done. So, next area. Okay, so we need to keep going, I think... Oh, shit! That could have been bad. I think we're nearly done. I think we've got one more area to go through. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, now she just kind of goes in multiple different directions. Yeah, ignore those dudes. Yeah, our time is running low. Less than a minute. Yeah, here we are. I think this is the final section. Zelda. Keep fucking moving, love. Gotta get going. Yeah, and of course what happens here is if you die in this section, you have to do the whole thing again. Oh, fuck up. So yeah, you have to do the whole thing again. So you have to go back and you have to defeat the first form of Ganon again. So yeah. We're nearly here. See, I messed around quite a bit early on, so it's pretty comfortable as long as you just make a beeline for it every time. Still like 15 seconds left. And boom, we're outside. Just as the Ganon's castle fully collapses. To be honest, I think it looks pretty good. I think even, it still looks pretty nice. It's still, the collapsing and the collapsing of the castle and the explosions that they use and the camera angles and all that. Still think it looks pretty good even by today's standards. Of course, it's a bit low poly, but it still looks pretty decent. They really were proud of this, though. It takes a while. So there we go. Ganon's castle is no more. So there we go. I mean, pretty short boss. You know, final boss is pretty short in the end. It's over. It's finally over. Tom, I'm sorry I couldn't help you in the battle before. It's alright, Navi. Chill. Yep. We're not done. We've got a while to go yet. So yeah, you hear a noise, so it's like, don't worry, princess. What am I doing? What am I doing? Don't worry, princess. There we go. Don't worry, princess. I'll go have a look. I'm a brave boy. No. Oh, shit. Firewall. Yeah, Ganon's not dead. He's going to use his Triforce. This is the Triforce of Power, I think, to transform himself. To Beast King Ganon. Just called Ganon at this point. I think based on the design from A Link to the Past. So yeah, we're without the Master Sword. Okay. So we can't actually kill him without the Master Sword. So for the first bit of the fight, we have to pretty much just attack him. Oh. So yeah, there's two ways you can attack him in this. You can either use the Begoran Sword if you've got it, or the Megaton Hammer is a pretty good option as well. So yeah, one way you can attack him is to basically just go straight for him. Ow. Dodge him, go in between his legs, and then smack him on the tail. And you can do it that way. Ah, shit. There is another way to do it. Light arrow. Use the light arrow and that will stun him for a decent length of time. Then you can just go in between his legs and smack him on the tail again. Another thing you can do is you can use the... Oh. Let's grab that. Another thing you can do is you can use Deku Nuts. But Deku Nuts, basically, they pretty much just stun him for pretty much just a split second. So it's kind of difficult to actually do anything with that. But yeah, this is what you're basically doing. Stun him. Hits his tail with the Begoran Sword, and then you rinse and repeat until Zelda calls out to you. So yeah, lock on, use the light arrow, smack him in the tail. But of course the light arrow uses a lot of magic, so there you go. So then he'll go down on one knee, and so the fire will go out. Shit, where am I going? And you're supposed to go over to Zelda and get the Master Sword back, because you can't kill Ganon with anything else other than the Master Sword. If you try and use something else other than the Master Sword to kill him, it just won't work. He just won't die. So, once you've got the Master Sword, that is all you should be using for the remainder of the fight. But the fight doesn't really change. It's just all about making sure you have enough. It's just, you know, you've got three basic strategies. Either use the light arrows, which is the easiest one, to kind of knock him unconscious, to kind of stun him. Damn it. You can run in between his legs and basically just kind of run towards him, roll through his legs. and that will cause you, and then you can get around him to cause damage. Or you can use Deku Nuts, but if you're using Deku Nuts, then basically you're going to be using like a fuck ton of those all at once. Because you're pretty much just going to have to, as you circle around him, pretty much you're just going to be using Deku Nuts kind of constantly to try and get behind him. Something else which is kind of cool, if you're close to getting kind of hurt as well, then yeah, so it can stun him, but it's a much shorter period of time. Something else which is kind of cool, if you get hurt, then Zelda will scream, which is kind of cool. As you can see, it is possible to use the Deku Nuts. And now all we need to do... Now Zelda uses her sealing powers to basically hold him in place. I'm using my power to hold the Evil King. Now use your sword and deliver the final blow. So he's now held in place. And our sword is now powered up. Just... Yep. Smack him in the face. There we go. Boom. And... Doom! Up to the hilt. And Ganon is finally defeated. 6 sages now! So yeah, Zelda along with the 6 sages can now use their kind of sealing power to get rid of Ganon once and for all. Ancient creators of Hyrule, now open the sealed door and send the evil incarnation of darkness into the void of the evil realm. Yeah, so by their powers combined, they seal Ganon in the other realm forever. It's not really forever though. So there we go. This effect I think looks kind of cool. Still, so you know, that's kind of nice. But yeah, there we go. You! Curse you! You motherfuckers! Zelda! Curse you, sages! Curse you, Tom! Oh, fuck you. And his face looks so ridiculous. Someday when this seal is broken, that is when I will exterminate your descendants. Sure thing, buddy. I believe in the official timeline that basically, I'm trying to remember, I think, in the bad ending of this, so where Link loses, that leads into Wind Waker, because the gods basically flood the world so that Ganon can be killed and the world can start again. If he wins, I think this goes into Majora's Mask, which is the next direct sequel, and then leads to Twilight Princess, from what I remember. Thanks to Ganondorf has been sealed inside the evil realm. Thus peace will once again reign in the world, for a time. All the tragedy that has befallen Hyrule was my doing. I was so young, I could not comprehend the consequences of trying to control the sacred realm. I dragged you into it too. Now it is time for me to make up for my mistakes. You must lay the Master Sword to rest and close the door of time. However, by doing this, the road between times will be closed. Tom, give the Ocarina to me. As a sage, I can return you to your original time with it. Well, shit. Damn it. I just learned how to... I Just learned how to play Back in Black on it. Fuck. When peace returns to Hyrule, it will be time for us to say goodbye. Now go home, Tom. Regain your lost time. Home, where you're supposed to be, the way you're supposed to be. Blech. To be honest, love, I don't get much of a break. I kind of get sent into another world where the moon's about to destroy everything, so no rest for the wicked. Thank you, Tom. You're welcome. Goodbye. So yeah, there we go. And that's the end of Ocarina of Time. Sorry, fucking hell. All round, I still think this is a really fantastic game. It's a lot of fun. The controls, I mean, for the most part, the controls are pretty good. I don't really like the aiming mechanics. I don't know if it's just this version or whether it's with all the versions, but the like bow and arrow aiming and the aiming for the slingshot and stuff like that, it's really fucking finicky and kind of hard to be precise and fast with. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. But overall, it's still really good. It has a lot of really good. I think a lot of the dungeons are still a lot of fun to go through, and I think in terms of introducing you to kind of mechanics, game mechanics as you kind of go along, it actually does a really good job with that. Because you start off, with 3 relatively close together dungeons to go through. Then you go through the Temple of Time, and then you start doing the kind of 6 main dungeons. So I kind of like how it does that. There are some side quests, but to be honest, there's not a lot, which is kind of one of the bigger problems. Is that, oh look, it's the Great Deku Tree, Great Deku Tree's kid. So yeah, we've got another one coming along. He's not completely dead. But yeah, in terms of graphically, it still looks pretty nice. It's nothing super amazing to write home about, but it still looks pretty nice. And I think some of the cutscenes, hi Epona, some of the cutscenes are still really fun. Well kind of choreographed and put together, especially for it being like pretty much the first. It is like pretty much the first 3D action game. Like, I think this and Super Mario 64 were being developed at around about the same time. So yeah, but it was developed around about the same time. So one of the first 3D games in total. So I think they did a good job considering. Is it still one of the best Zeldas? I'd still put it top 5 in 3D games at least. But I think that the later games in particular, like Wind Waker, I would put Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Breath of the Wild kind of ahead of it. Tears of the Kingdom, I'm not 100% sure. I think that's just a little bit too... It expects you to do too much yourself rather than actually creating a game for you to play. And Skyward Sword is too fucking long. Like, it's fun, but especially if you play the Switch version, which doesn't have, or gives you the option to not use the motion controls. Hi, Mido. You piece of shit. I don't know why he's hanging out with the King's Aura. That's kind of weird, but whatever. But, yeah, overall, it's still in the top 5. Oh, shit. Thank you, Tom. Thank you for pressing the button. But, yeah, it's not the best Zelda ever anymore. You can say that. But it's still really good, and it's an absolute, and it's still, and it is like up there with Super Mario 64 and the like as like an absolute classic. So definitely one well worth playing. If you're gonna play it, I would probably not play the original N64 version. I would probably try and get the 3DS version. If not, you'll have to, you know, emulate it. But, you know, yeah, because that has better graphics and adds some more things. It makes things a lot easier to do as well, so it's nowhere near as bad. We're back to us as a kid. So everybody celebrated Ganon. In that future, everybody has celebrated kind of Ganon's demise. And now we're going back. And something which is never explained. Navi just decides to fuck off. I don't really know why. And part of the reason why Majora's Mask happens is that basically we go off to try and find Navi. And that kind of starts the events of Majora's Mask, the next game, which probably never going to record that. I don't really like it. It's just not my thing, but hey, there you go. So yeah, now we're back here. And I think what is kind of implied is that basically we tell Zelda... This is back, I think, when Ganondorf is coming to see the king. So I think this is Zelda kind of telling... This is us kind of coming to tell Zelda about, you know, what Ganondorf is going to do. So that she can try and put a word into her dad to stop him, basically. But yeah, overall, Ocarina of Time's a great game. Well worth playing. It's an absolute classic. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. In terms of the next Zelda game that I'm going to do, I don't really know. I want to do Wind Waker or Twilight Princess at some point. I'm just waiting for them to be ported to the fucking Switch. But that's going to be it for this playthrough. The next playthrough I'm going to be doing, I believe, is going to be Star Wars The Force Unleashed, which is a game which I absolutely love. It's really fun. But anyway, that's it for this playthrough. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.